Hello, Markus. How do you feel by being in Amsterdam again?
Yeah, I love Amsterdam. Actually, this is really exciting because we did the same event last year, and this year we did it again, and both years was sold out. So it's quite exciting to be here in Amsterdam again and have these two big shows.
Of course, you have been in the Amsterdam Dance Event many times. What is your opinion about Amsterdam Dance Event?
Well, I love Amsterdam Dance Event. You know, I live in Miami, so for me, Miami is like, there's something special about Miami. But I love Amsterdam Dance Event because we actually get work done here. In Miami, we just party and have a great time during Miami Music Week. But here at Amsterdam Dance Event, it's like, you know, everybody gets kind of serious and gets some work done. So I think it's a nice balance to have Miami and Amsterdam.
You had a very busy summer performing in so many festivals.
The summer, it was, I would say the summer was a lot of, I mean, I spent more time on the road this summer than probably any year. I think during the whole summer, I think maybe I spent 10 days at home in Miami, something like that. And, but it was great because we went to Australia, we were all over Europe and back and forth with the States. Lots of great festivals. Tomorrowland was amazing this year. Nature One was really good this year. Obviously at the beginning of the summer, EDC, Electric Zoo. I mean, there were some really good festivals this year, and I gotta tell you, musically, I'm just really excited about the music from this summer. I think when we look back at the summer of 2017 musically, we're going to be thinking about a lot of classics.
Do they allow you to play whatever you want in all these festivals, or usually do they say that you have to play the big tracks?
No, you play whatever you want. People play the big tracks because that's what they want to do. But I mean, come on. You as an artist, you know, you play from your heart. You play what it is that you want to connect with the audience with.
Okay, and the idea of the open to close and whole event and not having another DJ, how it feels? It's like so many hours. Of course, I have seen you doing this in Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
And now you're doing it here for a second time.
You know what? I started off today's generation makes a big hit record and then has to learn how to DJ and goes on tour. But I started off as a resident DJ. I would go every Friday, every Saturday night, and I would play from the time the doors open until the last song, you know, and that's, so I come from a world of being a DJ first. And ironically, the more famous you get, the smaller your sets get, you know, 1 hour sets all of a sudden. And so for me, the open to close sets is kind of like going back to my roots. That's how I started, you know, as a resident DJ. It's exactly what I was doing, you know, when I was first starting off. Just going into the club when the door before the doors open and leaving when the guy's sweeping up the floor, you know. You don't really think about it. I mean, I've always had the philosophy of 3 different parts of the night: the opening part, the peak hour, and then the after hours, where all the craziness happens. So I kind of go into each open to close with that mindset of like being 3 different DJs, and then, you know, transitioning through those 3 steps during the course of the night. You know, it's fun because, you know, you don't really ever get bored because you're not playing the same thing for all. Like last week I played 10 hours in Montreal, and I'm not playing 10 hours of the same, you know, same thing. It's actually, there's a beginning, there's a story, there's a whole beginning, a middle, and an end.
Okay, and of course currently we are experiencing some of the remixes of the Deluxe Edition of your latest album. How do you watch the world through this Deluxe Edition?
Yeah, well, you know, to be honest, the Watch the World Deluxe for me is like the closing party of the whole Watch the World Deluxe era. You know, I released that album, was it last year now? And you know, touring with it, playing all the music for the last year from the album, and now the Deluxe. It's like I said, it's the final act before I start working on the next chapter. So I don't know, it was a special time, you know, the Watch the World shows, the Watch the World tour.
And do you have any special remixes from this deluxe edition?
Yeah, actually, that's there's a lot. Almost all the songs are remixed, but there's a couple of remixes that I really that are really special. Obviously, like the 4 Strings remix of "In the Night," Ansky remix of "Summer Dream." There's a Dream Sequence remix of "Destiny." Lots of really cool, remixes of tracks on the album that. I don't know. Gives each track a different taste.
Did you actually pick up those remixes, or did you allow the A&R department to decide?
No. Every single one of the artists is, the way I always did it was like, I really need I need a 4 Strings track in my set. Okay, I got to get them to remix one of my tracks. That's the kind of thought of it. I go with producers, remixers whose music I really respect, and I would love to have them involved with one of the songs.
Okay, and do we have any news about what is coming next then? Are you planning a new album? Are you working on new singles?
Well,
of course, you had also the Dakota project.
Yeah, the Dakota project was. I first did the Dakota project as a show, and then I turned that show into an album. So that's finally done, and the album will be it'll be around in November next month, and then I'm starting on the next project, which is all vocal trance EP. So far, I've already worked with Jess, Nadia Ali, Emma Hewitt, Nikki Flores, who was also on Watch the World, and of course Brooke Tomlinson. So yeah, I'm really excited about the next chapter.
All right. So why do you want to work on vocal tracks? Do you believe that they have a lot of power? They can help people to connect?
Yeah, I've been really into. I used to be a creative writer when I was young, and my teachers used to encourage me to write. But then when I started producing and DJing, I just started focusing on twisting knobs and playing with sounds. So with the Watch the World, for example, I started writing again the lyrics, and I just really kind of fell in love again with the process of writing lyrics.
Okay, and from where do you get the inspiration for lyrics?
Oh, that comes from the fans and kind of everything that I see in my travels. For example, when I wrote Face Down, it was, I wrote about the experience of playing at Tomorrowland in the Daybreak set. So it's just through my travels, kind of being inspired by different things, and writing about those experiences. I always say the Markus Schulz songs are a reflection of my fans and the audience, and the Dakota stuff is more introverted. It's like coming from inside of me, so that's kind of the difference. So I'm kind of going back to writing about the energy that I'm receiving from the fans.
Of course, you have your record label as well that you take care of, and many DJs and producers all over the world want to be part of it. What happened next for Coldharbour?
Wow. Well, one of the really exciting news of late is we just signed Jam Elmar, who is a huge hero of mine from Jam and Spoon. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that signing, and then we have Arkham Knights, who is on fire. Solid Stone, Nifra, Dennis Shepard is with us, and we got a lot of really great artists that I'm just really enjoying working with and kind of vibing together in the studio with.
Do they send you demos, all your artists, and you tell them what to do with the track, or do you allow them to do whatever they like?
No, I think it's a team effort. They know what it is that I'm looking for, and then I give them suggestions on moving forward, because I want it to fit in my sets properly. So a lot of times the songs need adjustments to be able to fit. But at the end of the day, I always say it's the artist's art, and I want them to be proud of their art, and I want it to be representing of them. Not just a cookie cutter idea that I have.
So many artists trying to make this sound, and now we are writing down in our reviews that this has the Coldharbour sound, the Markus Schulz sound.
I mean, you know, I think when you have it in your when it's in your heart, in your blood, and you're doing it genuine with love, I think it works. You know, it's not like we're trying to do something because, ooh, this is great marketing if we do this. You know, I've always been of the mindset, I don't want to chase. I want to do what it is that we do and just do it in the best way possible. And you know, there's many people who now psytrance is big. Oh, let's make psytrance music. Oh wow, now deep house is big. Oh shit, we got to make deep house music. You know, I've never been like that. I've never been a chaser, and so that's what I'm really proud of with the label. Is the fact that we have a sound, our identity, and we're not chasing something that you know, is hot for the minute.
So you're working also with Black Hole Recordings for this label. How do you
Black
see
Hole,
this collaboration?
No, Black Hole is great. They do the administrative side of everything, but you know, all the creative side is all done with us in-house in the studio in Miami, in the office there. And it's just really nice to have you know, Black Hole, who's been really supportive and really kind of like guiding us you know, through a lot of the obstacles that are, you know, and giving us insight on the, you know, the way the industry is moving or whatever. We never really try to worry about, you know, which way the industry is going or whatever. We just, you know, we just make our music, and then we rely on somebody like Black Hole to kind of like guide us through, you know, through the landscape.
Markus, thank you very much for this wonderful interview. It was a big pleasure of mine to see you again after so many years meeting at the Nature One. And we wish you a wonderful Amsterdam Dance Event, and of course a wonderful Open to Close event.
Thank you guys. And I'll see you soon in Greece.